What's up, guys? Agent Unsafe X here, bringing you some MW2 gameplay with some MW3 talk over it. You don't see a lot of MW2 from me, so aside from clips and whatnot. So this is just actually a few games that I just got, and decided I wanted to talk about MW3 over it. It seemed more fitting to talk about MW3 with MW2 gameplay. I don't know, made sense in my mind, but I'm not going to go through each individual perk or each individual kill streak and whatnot. I'm going to give you three classes that I kind of created in my mind. I'm going to go over each of those, to see how, in my opinion, those three classes would actually be very helpful depending on how you play this game. And, there's one class that I kind of view might be OP, but I don't really know. It depends on how the game gets played in the end. So we'll see when the game comes out. Which, by the way, I'm actually excited for now. I didn't think I would be, but I am. So, anyways, to get started, I'm going to start with the what I label as the OP class or overpowered class. Perk 1, which is Blind Eye, is what I chose. It's undetectable from air support, and the pro version is faster launcher lock on, and extra damage to air support. So that paired with the second perk, Assassin, which is immune to UAV, motion sensor, thermal, and heartbeat sensor. The pro version gives you immunity to counter UAV and EMP. So I think with those two classes combined, it could be bothersome, or those two perks, combined, it could be a little bothersome, possibly. And the third perk is Dead Silence, which is a silent footsteps, and pro version is no fall damage, which that perk, the third perk, is probably going to be very beneficial, but more than likely only for Search and Destroy, which is one of my favorite game modes to play in Modern Warfare 2. I'm not playing it in the gameplay right now, but that's probably the only game mode I really played when the game was out. I'm a Search and Destroy fanboy, but a lot of people don't like watching it on YouTube, so I don't really upload it. But anyways, back to the classes. That first class, depending on how the game pans out and how it's played, could be overpowered. But we'll see when it comes out. Anyway, for the second class that I thought through in my head was Perk 1, Sleight of Hand, which is faster reload, and pro version is faster weapon swapping. The faster weapon swapping is basically Scout Pro from Black Ops. And the only reason you're going to find that part of the perk beneficial is if you toss on the second perk, which is Overkill, which gives you two primary weapons, and the pro version of Overkill makes it to where you can put two attachments on the second primary weapon. And the whole Sleight of Hand Pro and Overkill, you don't necessarily need Overkill Pro, but I mean, it'd be cool to have, can go hand in hand, because it's just like switching to your pistols faster than reloading. It makes sense to have, let's say you have like an assault rifle and a submachine gun. If you run out of ammo and you have to switch something real fast, that's where the sleight of hand comes in, and you don't have a pistol, you have another secondary, or you have another primary, which in this case can be a submachine gun. I'm thinking it could be a submachine gun, or it could be a shotgun, since shotguns are primaries in this game too. Which, when you think about it, is still a good thing, because I didn't like them being secondaries in Modern Warfare 2. Even though I used them, I didn't like it. Now, the third perk on that one, again, Dead Silence, it all depends. Dead Silence, helpful in Search and Destroy. That's probably the only place you're going to find it beneficial, like I said. But anyway, on to the third class that I have. First perk will be this one is but this one's the one I labeled as kind of my more objective-based class. Like in Black Ops, the objective-based class was Flack Jacket, Sleight of Hand, and whatever third perk you chose to use, whether it be Marathon or Tactical Mask or even Ninja if you wanted to. But anyways, perk 1, I chose Blind Eye, which makes, like I said earlier, undetectable from air support and faster launcher lock on and extra damage to air support. So that, being only the first part of that truly matters, unless, actually, I take that back. The faster launcher lock-on and extra damage to air support is also helpful too, because just like everybody hoard Ghost in Black Ops and shot down your Killstreaks and your chopper gunners and whatnot, I think that with Blind Eye being a first perk, paired with the second perk that I'll give you in a second, could be very beneficial for the objective type players, especially in kill type game modes and games like Domination, where it really does matter if the air support's up. So the second perk is Blastshield, which is basically Flack Jacket from Black Ops. You're immune to most explosives, and the pro version, which I love, is immune to stuns and flashes. Now, if it's what I'm thinking it is, it'll be like Tactical Mask Pro, which, I mean, it basically says that it is. So Tactical Mask Pro was one of my favorite perks in Black Ops because it's just like you ate stun grenades, you ate flash grenades, it was nothing. And that's going to be a huge thing for an objective player because if you're on the B flag in dominations and the enemy team decides to just spam you with stun grenades, there's nothing you can do. You're just going to sit there like a sitting duck and get killed. Unless you get lucky, but very few times will you get lucky. So I find that very beneficial. And then the third perk, in this case, Steady Aim. Steady Aim is increased hipfire accuracy, and the pro version gives you faster aim down sights while sprinting. Now, being an objective player, you're probably going to be on the run a lot, having to go from flag to flag or getting across the map to plant the bomb or something like that. So if you're running and you get faster aim down sight time while sprinting, that's very beneficial because you can turn a corner and still beat somebody in a gunfight because you have that faster aim down sight while sprinting. Which, believe it or not, I mean, you may not be thinking of it right now, but it will be very beneficial. Now, on to Killstreaks. Killstreaks are something that I don't want to say confuses me, but I think it might take me a little time to truly understand what they're getting at right here. I mean, you can call me slow in this perspective on this particular aspect of Modern Warfare 3 because I don't know, it's not clicking with me right now. But there's 3 tiers. There's the Assault, there's the Support Killstreaks, and there's the Specialist Killstreaks. The Specialist one is probably the more simpler one that makes sense to me. For 2 kills you get an extra perk, 4 kills you get another perk, 6 kills another perk. And yes, you do get to pick your perk when it comes up. So I'm just kind of confused whether like you'll get to pick across the tiers or I may be missing the concept entirely here, but I don't know. I'll see how that works out. That might be very beneficial depending on what game type you're playing or whatnot. So we'll see how that pans out. It might be pretty legit, or it might just be a total wasted concept. But probably the one, and no, next tier, onto the next tier of Killstreaks, the Support Killstreaks, which is your UAV, counter UAV, and other stuff like that. So, anyway, this takes out the need for people to set up specific Killstreaks. Like in Black Ops, we would have a couple guys running UAV, counter UAV, and Blackbird. That, in my opinion, is the most unselfish setup in Black Ops because you're doing it all for your team. Well, that's what the Support Killstreaks are for, doing everything for your team, which is great, especially when you roll with the team. If you're rolling by yourself, I would not recommend using the Support Killstreaks because you're not really benefiting much for yourself. I mean, you are and you aren't, but if you're playing with a bunch of randoms, then I would suggest going for the more personal Killstreaks, which are your Assault. But definitely the Support Killstreak idea, the whole tier of it, is a good thing because with a particular class, I might want to use a particular set of Killstreaks. So, or a particular game, I don't know. And if I'm not making sense right now, I'm sorry, but it's making sense in my head. I'm hoping right now you're following along with me and I don't just sound completely ridiculous. But anyways, now for the Assault Killstreaks. This is your standard Killstreaks. Care packages. There's these IMS mines where you get, it says 3 or 4 placeable landmines that cannot be stunned or flashed. This reminds me in Battlefield of the anti-tank mines where you just kind of lay them down. I'm not sure if you could shoot those or not. I don't remember, but I mean, I've only played Battlefield Bad Company 2 for like 12 hours of gameplay total, so I'm not really sure. But the Predator Missile makes its return, which I never got kills with my Predator Missile anyway because I suck. But that's beside the point. I think that these Killstreaks they'll benefit the team as a whole, but not as much as the support class is going to benefit the team as a whole. This will be a little bit more of a personal gain because it'll help you get your kills instead of helping your team get their kills. And I think the Killstreak, the whole redesigning the Killstreaks is a really good idea. I liked how they redesigned the Killstreaks in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm glad that they're redoing them in Modern Warfare 3, kind of adding a new edge to the game. So hopefully this all pans out really well. I didn't go through, sorry I didn't go through like specific Killstreaks I'd use, but that's not really something I'm gonna know because, I mean, yeah, I can look at the perks on paper, but as far as Killstreaks on paper, I mean, you know, in COD 4 the attack helicopter was like God mode on certain maps. But like in Modern Warfare 2, the attack helicopter was the most useless piece of crap you could attach as a killstreak or set up as a killstreak. I mean, why even set it up? It's complete trash. If you know what I mean. So I didn't really go through and say which killstreaks I would use, but I mean, it all depends. Because if I play search a lot, I'll probably set up a little bit more support killstreaks so I can find people and win the game, than as opposed to setting up specialist killstreaks where I get extra perks that truly won't benefit me in search, seeing as it's a round game type, and assault killstreaks, which yeah, they're helpful, but I think I'd benefit more from support killstreaks in search. I mean, it all depends on the game type. But as this video is coming to a close, I hope you found this to be interesting. Leave your opinions about what I said about my classes or about whatever I've said, because I'd like to know if you think I'm kind of on the point or I'm getting the idea or I'm just completely wrong and you think I'm retarded. So anyway, guys, this last game was really stupid because we were winning by 2 kills and they get like a double kill at the end and we lose. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already for more content, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.